You are there, ladies and gents. How's it going? I've been teasing you so much over the last few weeks and possibly even months now actually, about my new bike. I have traded in my Beta Alp 4.0, which was an absolutely wonderful motorcycle, and I absolutely loved every second of owning that bike, and I truly would have kept it had I had room. But I was after something with a little bit more pep, a little bit more vim and vigour, something a little bit more svelte, something a little bit more exciting, and I have done that. I have done just that. Now, a few of you have been speculating. Some people have been saying I've gone adventure bike, some people have been saying I've gone orange, other people thinking husky, the good old white KTM, and yeah, there's been quite a few little people wondering what it is I've gone for. Maybe they thought I'd gone for a Honda. So what did I go for? Without further ado, let's just take a look at this little beastie, shall we? So follow me round here.
Keep that butt rubber side down.
What we have here is the 2020 Beta 390 RR. Now, this isn't the race edition jobberoo, it's the RR. I don't know what the RR stands for. I don't know a huge amount about this bike other than it's about an inch lower than the KTM's, and that is a massive plus for me, because I'm stumpy, and in a minute you'll see just how stumpy, because I can barely get on this thing here. Now, I've had KTM's in the past and they are not the easiest thing to get on if you are short-arsed like me. So that's one of the primary reasons I chose the Beta. Although I've been so happy with the Beta Alp 4.0, I thought, well, I can't go wrong really, can I? And it was a fantastic bike. Now, this is pretty much all standard. Some of you will have seen that I put an extended brake lever on this because I did a nice little black and white Instagram photo. That's the only mod I've done really, other than some small mirrors. Yeah, I was going to put on a side stand extender. I was led to believe that the one that I bought would fit it, but it doesn't, alas. But what I found in the box of bits that this bike came with is actually a pad extender from Beta themselves, which just screws on. So I put that on instead. Not the end of the world, and it helped with the subterfuge of people thinking that I'd gone adventure bike and Honda and stuff like that. So haha, tricked you. So let's take a look around this bike, shall we? And let's see what we got. Now, as you can see, it's a proper thoroughbred enduro bike. It's got a smallish petrol tank, so that's going to be a struggle compared to the Alp. It's got proper knobblies, it's got proper suspension. I've got some Acrebis blockbustery type things on there, which I got them to fit from new. I've also put a aluminium sump guard on there, which again I got them to fit from new. So like I was saying, I haven't put any alterations on it myself. Those two bits I got them to do out of the box, as well as the linkage protector that you can see there possibly. Yes, this bike is awesome. So the bike is very tall. It's 940 millimeters, I believe, from the ground to the top of the saddle, and that is very tall when your inside leg is only 31 inches. Yes, it is a struggle. The struggle is real. I will learn to overcome it. I will indeed. But yes, it's quite a cool bike. It comes with like a little pad there, so when I do a landing badly, not that I'm ever doing jumps, I will hopefully not chin myself. It's got a map switch and all that stuff. Like I say, I don't know much about this because I'm not an enduro rider. I am just a green laner, and I've just bought this for shits and giggles. So that's the bike. I have not taken it off-road yet, although it does look a little bit mucky. That's just road grime from getting here. Today was my first ride in it. I haven't even started the engine in anger other than to load it into the van when I got it from Gordon Farley Motorcycles. They treated me really well. They part exchanged my Beta Alp, so do check them out if you're interested in buying a Beta Alp 4.0. There aren't many in the country, and you're probably not going to be able to get them for much longer. So yeah, if you like that Alp, go and buy it, because yeah, from what I've heard, they're not coming to the UK anymore. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hit a couple of lanes, mild ones, minor ones, little easy peasy ones, just so I can get my head around this bike and learn how it feels out on the trail. So I'm going to go down there and do a couple of little lanes down there, and I might end up doing the route home via Wolverines as well, depending on how my confidence is feeling on the bike. I'm out by myself, and obviously when you're out by yourself, things go wrong and it can be a bit of a pain. Fortunately, when Big Pezza was out the other day and he drowned his bike, he had someone out with him to help him out. But I'm by myself, and there's been a lot of water falling out of the sky indeed. So anyway, let's get this show on the road, and let's get myself acquainted with this little bike. It's fucking massive. And yeah, right, so I'm going to ride off into the sunset. I shall take you with me, but yes, so new adventures, it's going to be fun. As you can see, it's pretty damn tall. So we are playing dirt bikes with a real dirt bike. Now I'm running this bike in, so I've got to be a little bit mindful of that. Keep the revs at a respectable level and not strain the engine particularly. Also I've got to dial myself into this a little bit, because I am so very not used to such a thoroughbred. The clutch on it is so light, it's lovely. It's definitely a nice easy couple of finger pulls. It's so much nicer having a hydraulic jobberoo. I'm having to concentrate quite a bit because I'm just not used to this bike. It's nice having some tread on the tyres, that's for sure. And my main trouble is my camera going doolally. No, that's not my main trouble. My main trouble is the getting my foot down malarkey, because I can't even reach the ground with tiptoes when sitting on this bike. It's pretty tall. It's pretty tall indeed, and that's something I'm looking into. I'm going to speak to a few people and see what I can do about that. Beta in the USA has got what's called BYOB, build your own beta, and they pretty much allow you to completely customise the thing exactly how you want it to be. They'll do a 2-inch drop on it even if you want, for those stumpy amongst us. Now I don't think I want to go 2 inches, not ready for that far, but a 1-inch drop might be quite nice. A 1-inch drop might be quite nice indeed. Oh, this is nice, this is nice. This bike is so light indeed, indeed. Now this lane is incredibly easy, but that was a world apart from my venture down there on my Alp last time I came this way with Big Pezza. I'm going to try and do a sort of a long-term review of the Alp, piecing together some old footage and a couple of bits of new stuff that I haven't actually put out yet. It'll be a voiceover jobby, just because that's the easiest way to get your point across, isn't it? Oh, I'm so glad I had today off work. I've been waiting to get out on this bike, I really have. As you can see, it's been very wet. This lane isn't too bad, to be honest. Although it does have these potholes, they're not really that deep. Although, a couple of them are a little bit further along. There's a little bit sideways. A little bit of sideways action. It's going to take a little while getting used to the riding position on this, because even standing up is slightly different. It does feel a little bit more natural than it did on the Beta Alp, but soggy. I'm glad that's the 1X. Sorry, I'm glad that's the 1R, not the 1X. That would have been a bad day for my 1X if it was. Now the observant amongst you might well notice at the start of this video I was wearing some new clobber. I've got some new gear. I thought with a new bike it was about time I invested in some more appropriate clothing. So I've got myself some armour, some elite armour, including some padded pants, which the padded pants are definitely welcome at the moment because this seat is so hard. Went with the elite, was it GTX 5.5 or something like that, enduro pants and jacket, which is really nice. I'm looking forward to putting that through its paces. The Oxford stuff I got was more adventure stuff and really wasn't designed for the tough environment that green laning puts your kit through so regularly. Oh man, I'm literally riding like a noob because this bike has got so much more power. I'm trying to ride the torque, but I'm running the bike in, so I'm trying not to ride the torque too much, just want the bike to ride itself and let me just sit on it. I'm very mindful of the fact that a little bit of whiskey throttle and I'm going to be on my arse. I can feel everything that's kind of going on under the bike, which is almost disconcerting compared to the thunderous nature of my Alps 4.0, because that would just like boom, 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 lug, 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 and it would just go, and it was so heavy it didn't bounce around so much. And I'm already noticing that I'm working my wrists a little bit more on this, which means I need to work on my body positioning so my weight is in the right place and I'm not pulling on the bars. Oh yeah, I've got no words at the moment. It's taking a lot of concentration riding this. It should be easier, and I mean, to be honest, it is. It's easier as in the bike's doing it all, no problem at all. It's just more of a workout for me because the bike is pulling me more. I really can't wait to get used to this bike and be able to start making the most of it, or my meagre most of it. Oh, it will never be better than this bike, no way. This is a thoroughbred. I probably should have dropped some air out the tyres. It's all exactly as it came. Let's sit down for a little bit, get them elbows up. Damn, this thing's got some poke. Once I start learning all them crazy enduro skills, this is going to be awesome. It really is. Oh, that engine braking. Throw you over the bars. Alright, let's go this way, because easier to pull out from here. I mentioned some new kit earlier. I also got myself some new boots. There was nothing wrong with my Sidi Crossfires. They were fantastic. They're about 10 years old now, I'm guessing. They've really done me well, but they've always been a little bit tight for width, and because of that it kind of meant they're a little uncomfortable. Now I know some of this is really deep. Yeah, that one. Only in that little one bit though. But I don't want to be drowning my bike. I really don't want to be drowning the bike. To be honest, most of this stuff I could get through on my Alp, which is a lot lower. So I don't really need to worry. But it's just having that confidence that what you've got underneath you is going to be okay. Oh man, that one finger clutch slippage is great. My ability, however, is not. It's not grip that's slowing me down, it's fear. Because this bike will so easily get away from me. I'm coming to the end of this little bit of a lane. I've got to cross a road in a second. Yeah, so I went with some Fox enduro boots. They do two styles of the same boot, one for motocross and one for enduro. The enduro one's got a little bit more of a grippy sole for when you do the foot stuff, which is going to be handy, I'm sure. Oh man, what a bike! What a bike! The engine braking's real. It is. It's going to throw me over the bars if I'm not careful. I've really got to watch that throttle. Right. Well, we're here at this destination, which isn't a very big destination, but it's a destination, and this is where I'm going to end this little video. So let's get this bike stopped and show you around it now. It's mucky. Oh. So the Beta 390 RR is quite a machine. It's quite a machine. Well, I'm loving it so far. I have so much to learn. I really do have so much to learn with regarding how to work this bike and get some of the best out of it. I do think lowering it will make my life a lot easier. I'm only going to go for the 1-inch drop. I just need to find someone that can do it. I've been speaking to the people over in the USA, and they've given me a contact in the UK to speak to, so I shall try that and see where we go. It will certainly be cheaper lowering this suspension than buying lowered suspension and then trying to sell this suspension on, so it makes sense to do it that way. I really need to get my head into the manual on this, learn what the service intervals are and stuff. With it being basically a race bike, a race engine, it needs a little bit more intensive servicing than my Alp Dud. That was around 3,000 mile service intervals or something like that. So technically I didn't need to do the second oil change that I did on it, but it was always good to look after these things, especially as that spent at least half of its life off-road. But yeah, I'm well chuffed, absolutely stoked. Just need to learn how to ride the bugger. So if you are new to my channel and you haven't done so already, please click that subscribe button. It would be awesome to have you come back for some more. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a little thumbs up, and if you didn't, you can always give it a little thumbs down. That's all cool. It's all cool in the school. We don't mind, we don't care. But whatever you do, please do drop in a comment down below. Let me know what you think of this bike. Let me know what you thought of my Beta Alp 4.0. I mean, it was an amazing bike, and I would have kept it had I been able to. If you are interested in that little Beta Alp, I will try and put a link down below, unless they've already sold it, to the bike for sale over at Gordon Farley Motorcycles. So that you can go and have a look at the advert for that and see what that's going for. There will be some mods and stuff done to this, I'm guessing, throughout its life. I can't ever imagine me needing more of a motorcycle than this for off-roading, that's for sure. So I don't have a problem with spending money on accessories and things for this. Yes. Right. Anyway, yes, waffling. I'm just looking at this in pure delight and joy. I could jizz all over it. Anyhows, right, you ride safe, take care, and I shall catch you all in the next one. Right, I'm going to go and ride this some more. I'm going that way, but I'm not doing Chalk Lane. Oh, that is Chalk Lane, isn't it? No, I need to turn around. I'm going that way. Yeah. Right, bye.
Keep that bike. Rubber side down. You know, you gotta keep that bike. Rubber side down.